Hi everyone, my name is Joanna Baidu and I'm the Business Development Analyst for Africa.
Hi, and I'm George Asmeni, Business Development Leader for Africa.
Now, before we get into any of this, I have a simple question to ask you, which is, are you PMP ready? As you know, the PMP exam content is changing from the 1st of July this year, and we're here to spend a few minutes just discussing the changes and any questions you may have.
So the changes are really around the three main domains. It's people, processes, and business environment. People looks at how do you lead within a project management team.
Okay.
Processes is about the skill set and the technical skills of the project management professional. And then the business environment, that looks at where project management meets strategy.
Right. So how are we supporting the Africa region in preparation for these changes?
We've launched an initiative. We've called it the PMP Africa Initiative.
Okay.
And what the initiative is about is providing all the information that anybody needs so that they can become ready for the exam.
Okay.
So that's information about the exam change, where to go and study, how to register and prepare for it. Also information on study groups as well.
Okay.
And you can take part in this initiative in two ways. One is you can attend an in-person workshop. So there are workshops available through your local chapter.
Okay.
The other way is through webinars. So you can also watch the webinar. I guess that's why you're here. That's why you're watching this, because the webinar gives you the similar sort of guidance and information for the PMP exam.
Okay. So what are the benefits of this initiative?
First of all, there's a discount. We're giving up to 20% discount.
Wow.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah.
We've not done that before.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is we want to help people to get through the process.
Okay.
And to get certified. Other benefits are with your local chapter. Some chapters are offering free chapter membership specifically. In addition to that, we're also offering a free digital copy of the PMBOK guide.
Okay.
And then finally, as I mentioned, we're providing all this information in one place. So it's a one-stop shop to get information, to get registered, to connect with study groups, to pay your PMP exam,
Okay.
and then also to sit the exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who is this initiative applicable to?
It's for everyone. Anybody who's interested in the project management exam, whether you're a member, whether you're not a member, there's a discount in either case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you're watching this, you may already have an understanding of what the process is.
But if you don't, then simply email us and we'll get you the information that you need. Or you can contact your local chapter. They'll be able to help you as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So if I am coming to this workshop, what can I expect?
So for the workshops, first of all, register. Make sure you register for the workshop.
Of course.
Second of all, it's really important that you submit your PMP application at least 5 days before the workshop.
Okay.
The PMP application is what determines your eligibility to take the exam in the first place.
Right.
And the review process can take some time. So we advise that at least 5 days before the workshop, make sure you complete your PMP application. At the workshop or during the workshop, as I mentioned, that's where we give you all the information. And then post the workshop or after the workshop, hopefully you'll be in a good position to book your exam and then successfully sit and pass the exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the case where I'm not able to attend the workshop, what should I do?
Well, that's where the webinar comes into place.
Okay.
And as I said, if somebody's watching this, then they're probably here for the webinar.
Right.
And the webinar simply just guides you through all the steps that you need.
Okay.
The only thing about the webinar is that, obviously, if you're online, we're not sure where you are, so we can't tell you where your local chapter is.
Right.
In that instance, get in touch with us, and we'll tell you where your local chapter is and point you in the right direction in terms of what you need to do.
Okay.
But also just to make the point that there are 3 things that you need to do.
Okay.
1 is register on PMI.org. 2 is to submit your PMP application.
Right.
And then 3 is once you've got the application through an eligibility, then we support you through the payment process with a discount.
Thanks for your answers, George.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Now, if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us via email. Otherwise, get in contact with your local chapter. We wish you all the best in your journey to becoming a certified project management professional. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome. Today I will take you through the process of applying for your PMP exam online by creating your profile and then following through a step-by-step guide until you are able to get eligibility at the end. So the first thing you want to do is go to pmi.org. It's written here. And then once you open the website, it will take you to this beautiful website here. And then on top, we have two buttons. We have the register and login. So if you already have an account, you already created a profile on pmi.org, you don't need to click the register button. You just click on the login and it will take you to the login page. You'll be able to access your account. But for those that haven't registered yet, you want to click this button here, and then it will open a new page. The new page will request for several details: your first name, second name or last name, and the primary email address that you like to use for PMI, the country of residence, your company details, your experience about project management, and the specific details about project management. You'll be able to fill all those ones here. And then you'll be able to state the username that you'd want. Please note that the username will be a bit different from the name if you'd want that. If not, you can specify a username here and it may or may not be accepted. Then you might need to change and have a unique username. Then you select your password here. Then you'll be able to confirm your password here, and then select a security question. There's several options here. Once you've done that, and then you click create your account. After clicking this, you will receive an email saying, thank you for registering with PMI. Congratulations. So in this case, this is James. We received this one after creating the account and confirmed that we are able to now access PMI. We have an account with PMI. So since we're interested in the PMP application, we find the certification. If you look at this, you will see the certifications here. Find your certification now. So you want to click that. This is one of the ways. The other way is you go back to the main website, and now that you have an account, you could come and click the login. So you click login, and then you put in your username, the username that you created, and the password, and then you click login. Once you log in, it does a redirection and it takes you to the main PMP page. So on the main PMP page, you will see this writings here: are you PMP ready? So you could go ahead and just click on get details. Get details, and then this one shows the exam, the changes that are going to take on the exam that is going to change by July 2020, the 1st of July 2020. So you want to scroll down, and then on the right side, you will see choose your next step here, and then get started, apply for the PMP certification today. So you click that. Once you click that, it's going to take you to another page where we will have all the certifications, the PMP certification, the CAPM, PGMP, and others. But since our interest is the PMP application, you will see here, apply for PMP application. So it shows like this because I've already started creating on my end. So you want to click on that. Once you click on that, it takes you to the main page. So we start with the step one, the application. So the contact address. This is where you put in your the home, either home address or the work address. So I've put in the home address here. You could go in and type it in here. If you want to add the work address, you could just click on this add work address. And then once you're done filling this, it's a very straightforward step. So you just click save and continue. It takes you to the page where you're supposed to put in your contact information. The email address is picked automatically. If you want to add another email, you could just go ahead and do that by clicking add email. Then you'll be able to add the email and it will appear just under this. The phone number is the same thing. You will be able to add the phone number by using this button here, add phone number. Once you're done with this, you click save and continue to proceed to the next step. On this step, this is where you state your education, your qualification, how you went to school and which school you went to and the country, the address of the school. So in this case, this is the university. You write the University of Pretoria, for example. Which country is it? In South Africa. The address is Johannesburg. Maybe you could say Street 6. City, Johannesburg. If these other options are the state and zip code and postal code are optional, you could choose to put in or not. The highest education level of education you've attained, you put in the bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctorate. You pick one of the options, so select bachelor's degree here. And then year that this degree was awarded, you could say 1999 or whichever that year, the year you attained this qualification. And then the field of study, several options. You pick the one that is relevant to you. Once you've done that, you click save and continue to move on to the next step. So on this stage, this is where you are going to talk about your qualification, your experience in project management. So this is where you'll state the number of hours you spent in projects and project management in your role, probably as a project manager, a supervisor, or any role that you are working on during that project. So you want to scroll down because this page, there's nothing much to do here. You just want to scroll down and click save and continue. So here, on this page, this is where we have the eligibility worksheet. The eligibility worksheet is where we see your qualification in terms of hours that you've spent in your experience and also in your education. So you want to click on PM experience as a project management experience, and then you want to, so there will be an option here where on this page, we won't have this. We will have, because this is already pre-filled, you will have this add button which will be active. So you want to click on add. If you click on add, it takes you to this page. This page asks you about the project. What was the project title? PMI conference, this, for example. And then when did the project start? You specify the month and the year. When did it end? A month and a year also. What role did you play in this project? What industry, the primary industry that the project was in. So we have construction, engineering, you could pick any of them. And then you click save and continue, it takes you to the next step. This is where you're going to say your job title, the organization name, the country, and then organization address. The city, for example, if this is Kenya, then probably you could say Nairobi. Say Nairobi or Mombasa or whichever city that is. And then state or province, if there is any, you state it there. Zip code, you put it there. These are optional, you could leave them out. Then you go to organization phone number. This is where you put the phone number for the organization. Add a few details there. And then this is the country code. We would start with 254 because now we're looking at Kenya, and then the phone number here. We would start with the number, specify, and then you save and continue to move on to the next step. Then you want to specify who in the organization we could contact. Put in John, he's a managing director, his email address, his country code, and his phone number. Then you proceed to save and continue. So these are pretty much straightforward steps. So this step under the requirements will require you to specify the hours that you spent in this project in the individual phases of the project. So there are 5 phases of the project. You're supposed to specify each of them, but the minimum number of hours that is required for you to sit for the PMP exam would be 4,500. So this is just tentative numbers that we've tried to put here to show you how you could fill it. but this would depend on the project that you are working on. So you want to fill this out. And please note, when you're filling this, if the numbers here do not add up, number of hours do not add up, you will receive an error here. So be sure to write the actual number of hours that you actually spent on this project or the project that you're referring to. Once you're done, you just click save and continue. Then it takes you to the next stage, where you'll give the high-level description and summary of your experience in the project that you're doing. So in terms of the project objective, the project outcome, the role of the project, and the responsibility or the deliverables that you are working on, and in each domain. So this is limited to 300 to 550 characters. 300 to 550 characters. So once you do that, this is just a sample. It will show you the character count here. And then once you reach to 550, you can be able to just save and continue, which is, you could actually do 300 to 550, then just save and proceed. So once you save, if you have the exact number of hours needed, you will see this. If you still did not fill the previous section properly, you will still see a few, the number of hours remaining for you to have the minimum, which is 4,500. Then once this is completed and you filled it properly, you click here. It takes you to the next stage, which is your education. What education did you go through? Is it in project management? Did you have a master's or a degree in project management? So you want to click add. When you click add, it takes you to a page here which will request you for the course title. So for example, diploma in project management, institute name, you specify the institute name there, and then when did you start the course and when did the course end, and number of hours that you spend on this course. So when you put the number of hours here, it will automatically say the qualifying hours are 200. Then you want to save that. Then it comes here. So the required number of hours here is actually just 35. So as you may see, if you spent more hours, it will still show there, but you still qualify. So because it's more than what is required. So you want to click here to proceed. This next stage is optional. You could choose to answer it or not. It's asking for the referral, who referred you, or is PMP required? So you want to fill that. If you want to fill this section, have you ever taken certification preparation course through the chapter? So you want to fill that here, either yes or no, if you choose to fill this section. Then you want to click here to proceed. Then this is very important. You want to write your name correctly on this section, because this is exactly the same way your name will appear in the certificate once you pass your exam. So you want to write your name just as it appears on the government issued ID. So if you have 3 names, you ensure that you write them here, and then you want to save. When you save, it shows you this is exactly how it will appear. Then it writes it down here. Then you want to save and continue to the last. This is the last step, which is you just click and read the agreement, the PMI certification application and renewal agreement. You read through this and then you click agree, then you save and continue. So once you do that, it takes you to the final page where you're going to review the information that you provided. As you can see here, the status of each section shows completed. So if there's any section that is not completed, you will see a hazard sign here showing that this section is probably not completed. So if, for example, it's attained education and it's not completed, you just click on that, you go there, see which information you haven't put in, you type it in, you save and continue, or you just come directly to review and submit. Once you click review and submit, you'll see all of this ticked, and then you wanna check this. All information that I have provided is accurate and complete. Once you click that, then you'll be able to submit your application. Once you submit your application, it's going to take 3 to 5 days for the membership team to review your eligibility, and then we will revert back to you within that time frame confirming that yes, you're eligible, or no, you're not eligible. We will require more documentation. Once you provide this documentation, then you probably be able to eligible, and then you can proceed to the step 2, which is a payment. The payment for the exam. So this is where the discount will come in. So we'll be able to provide you with the promo code, so that once you're going to check out on this payment, you put the promo code, and then you'll be able to gain the discount under the PMP initiative for the Africa region. Once you complete that, you could schedule for your exam, and you'll be able to, with the nearby exam center, nearby the Pearson VUE exam center, and you'll be able to sit for your exam. Yes, and you'll be able to get your results after that. Thank you.